Well, tell me a little bit about what it's been like riding as team captain at HealthNet. I know that was a role that Mike Sayers played in the past. Last year was your first year with the team.
Yeah.
So, as a second-year guy, now you're kind of running the show on the road. For people who are watching, what does that involve?
Well, the role as captain is kind of I don't know if it's truly defined anywhere that you can look to and be like, well, that's what you do. This is what you do.
No job description.
Job description is kind of up in the air because it's not necessarily the best guy on the team at all, because all my teammates are all better than me in whatever kind of discipline they're good at. Like the sprinters are, like Carl can crush me in any town line ever. And the climbers can climb 10 times better than I can. But the role of the captain is usually the guy who can kind of keep an eye on the team plan and make sure that as the race starts to unfold, if there needs to be another decision made against the team plan or to continue with the team plan, then hopefully I can help make it and then make sure everybody knows about the change. It's just kind of on the fly, and it's nice for Jeff in the car to be able to talk to me or me specifically and then to the guys, and so it's not always 8 guys talking to a microphone at once, because when the race is really going down, it gets kind of confusing sometimes. So it's kind of jack of all trades, I guess.
Tell me a little bit about how, obviously we're only at the end of March, so it's still very early in the season, but tell me about how this year's squad compares to last year's squad. From what you've seen, races like the Tour of California, Redlands Classic.
Well, it's definitely a different team. Last year I was coming into a team that was already at its height with, Gord is an amazing sprinter, Hendy, obviously unbelievably talented, and and kind of all the guys knowing each other. And so like last year, Nathan and I came on, and Louder and Kirk O'Bee and a few of the other guys. So we kind of helped change the team a little bit. So when all those guys retired, with Moniger and Gord and Sayers moving on, the team this year, it's really different because we have a lot of kind of unknowns with Rory and Russ and Ryder, and so these last few weeks and these last few races, and especially Tour of California, is really hard. But what we've been doing is trying to figure out how we work together, how we can count on each other, what kind of specific roles that one another can do better than the other, and really just learning how to trust each other once we get into the races. And it's hard to do that in front of everybody, because you kind of want to have all this stuff happen internally, and it really has. We've all been getting to know each other a lot better, and to say like, okay, well, I know in this type of race situation I can really count on Rory to be there to seal the deal. So as we make all these steps, I think we're just going to get better and better. And we're having a bad spring, so to speak, because we're not leading the NRC, but I think we're just going to keep going up and up and up as everybody comes back online.
Well, yeah, I was going to say Rory Sutherland maybe is becoming less and less of an unknown as the two stage wins at Redlands, and obviously that's not even taking into account Nathan O'Neill, who sort of back-to-back injuries. And
it's been really tough not having Nathan. Tour of California was really his kind of gig, and to not have him go into the race knowing what he can do and having that presence within the team and the bus, and making sure that everybody knows, hey, I know how to win, you guys know how to win too, let's go out there and win. It's we're all really looking forward to Nathan coming back, and he's just had the worst luck. It's crazy. Getting hit by a car, and then he was so tough that he did training camp with us, all the same rides every single day with a broken hip.
Yeah.
It was like, get home from camp and what? Really, it's broken for real? And then not having a Tour of California, but then that car crash was just crazy.
Well, it's funny actually. I shot him an email and said, "Man, what luck you're having," and he wrote me back and said, something like, "Mate, I'm just happy to be alive. I consider myself to have the best of luck," because you heard the story. This thing rolled over.
Well, I saw that
times.
picture on his website. It's crazy.
So I guess luck is all kind of relative.
Yeah. No, he knows he's got a family now, and I can't imagine the kind of pressure that put him under.